Again, a very special good evening to okay, myself Shabnam, and we are back with Data Analytics Bootcamp Day 6 with agenda for the day today Loops in Python Part 2. Before I could begin, I would be glad if you could acknowledge us in the comment section and the chat box that whether I'm audible to you, my screen is visible, and I myself am visible or not. Hello, friends. I'm visible, audible, and is the screen sharing on? No, I could see Parth here. I could see Shivansh here. Friends, am I audible, visible, and is the screen sharing on? Hello, guys. Am I audible and am I visible? Okay, let me put it in the chat box. Okay. Yes, ma'am. All good. Thank you, Jitesh. Fine. Thank you. Good to go. Okay. Thank you. Fine. All right. A very quick recap, as we always do to begin a new class with, of what we have learned last time. We started with loops, and that was a for loop. All right. We have got a lot of things to learn today. Fine. So here we go. Okay, I think there is some issue here. Okay, if I could quickly open Colab meanwhile. Okay, my Jupyter notebook is taking unexpectedly a long time. So no problem, let me work with Colab for time being. Alright. Okay, okay. A new notebook. Seems this should have been done. What happened here? Okay, fine. See, I want to display numbers between 1 to 10. So this is the code for I. I is a counter variable for I in range 1 to 10. Now, instead of writing 10, I'll write 11 because the upper limit is traversed, or the for loop reaches upper limit for till less than, not exactly less than, equal to. Correct? Okay, so if I say print I, so for I starting from 1, I less than 11, I will be incremented by 1 as default. And if you wanted I to be incremented 2 in each loop, okay, the counter variable of the loop to be incremented by 2, so we need to specify the step size as third argument of range function. Okay, yeah, here it is. I think it is displayed from 1 to 10. Correct, 1 to 10. So the third argument of the range function, let me declare the step size. So starting from 1, skipping 2 numbers every time. So this is what it is. Correct. Okay, and if I want to go in a reverse order, so starting from 10 till 0 minus 1. Okay, that means it is almost doing the task of decrementation. Okay, so here we go. So it has displayed the numbers from 10 to 1. All right. Fine. Okay, I think Path asked me the question for palindrome. Yes, Path, you asked me the question for palindrome. Yeah. Everything is good, ma'am. Fine. Okay, I'll come across palindrome, but let me first begin with second type of loop in Python, which is not for but a while loop. Okay, the while loop. There's vast difference between a for loop and a while loop. We'll see them one by one. Okay, although the task achieved is same. Look at it how. Let me use the same set. Okay. See, what is the syntax of the while loop? We just write like this while and some condition here. Okay, so basically the definition of while loop is it keeps executing a block of code until a condition is true. Okay, the while loop keeps executing a block of code. It keeps iterating over and over again so the same instruction or a block of code until the condition is true. Right? For example, we can just write condition here. Say for I less than 10. What to do? Print I. Alright, print I. Now one thing if you could see here, this colon is to begin the while loop block. Print I, the line is little indented just to denote this line belongs to the block of while loop. Okay, but the problem is what? You have just written the condition I less than 10. But from where I has to start so that it compare can be compared for less than 10. Alright, I को start कहाँ से करना है to be compared for less than 10. So in while loop, the initialization part of the counter variable is always done before the loop start or outside the loop. Okay, like this. Check. So before while loop starts, I initialize I to 1. Okay, so I is 1 right now. And in or with while loop, we just write the condition, nothing else. You cannot give step size, you cannot do initialization work here the way we have done or we used to do with the for loops. So while loop are meant only to write the condition and it will execute the block of code until that condition is true. Okay, so I is 1 less than 10. Yes, it is print I. Right now, one thing if you could notice, if I run this code, it will go into infinite loop. See, one is printing, printing, printing continuously. This printing work is going on. You see, it's infinite, non-stop. Understanding? It's infinite. It's continuously printing. The reason why, come on, is that means it is under execution, printing. Okay, so this green mark that you see means it is still under execution and printing. Why? Because I is 1 and 1 will always be less than 10. So condition is always going to be true. Am I right? Condition is always going to be true. How to come out of it? You just have to say abort control C. If you still can't, no problem. Let's change the code here. Okay, say print I and inside the loop, come on, inside the loop, we write the code for incrementation. The next I should be I plus 1. So remember, in the while loop, we just write condition along with the while keyword. Initialization of the variable has to be done before the loop start and incrementation or decrementation has to be done inside the block. So now if I could run this, let me just stop from here. Okay, that's an interruption. And if I could say run again, yeah, the loop executed. Am I right? Yes, still 9 because it is checking for till 10. One thing good about while loop is we can also write a less than equal to, which could never be done using range function, right? Using range function, we couldn't write so anywhere equal to. Right, so starting from 1, as mentioned before the loop starts, till it becomes less than or equal to 10, print I. Understood? And next task to be done in the while loop block is increment I by 1. So the next value of I will become 2 and it will not always continue to remain 1. Is 2 less than 10? Yes, 2 is less than 10. So print 2. After printing 2, I will become 3. Is 3 less than 10? So print 3. After printing 3, I will become 4. Condition will be checked for whether 4 is less than 10. Yes, it is. So 4 will be printed and I will become 5. Correct? This way I become 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is still equal to 10. Condition would be still true that time. Am I right? So 10 will be printed and I will become 11. But 11 is not less than 10. So this is the time, or that this would be the time where condition will go false and we will come out of the loop forcefully. Is that clear? Fine. What if I want to print the number in reverse order using while loop? That is from 10 to 1. So let me write here 10. And while I is not less than this time, in fact greater than. Is it right? While I is greater than 1, or let me say greater than equal to. Print I, but after printing I for the next loop, make I ready. Understood? अगली loop के लिए make I ready by decrementing 1 from it. So check it out how it works. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. All right. All of us fine. Okay, would be glad if you could acknowledge. Are you understanding while loops? I could see Parth here. I could see Jitesh here. There are many more, but I don't know the names now. Okay, or something from while loop you want me to repeat. Okay, fine. No issues. Let's come to the concept of how to find out the reverse of a number. Okay, how to find out the reverse of a number. So let's see. Because once we come to know how to find out the reverse, then we can also check whether the number is a palindrome number or it is not a palindrome. Okay, guys, before finding out the reverse of a number, see, there are two, three ways we can write this program. Okay, first of all, try to understand what exactly do we mean by reverse. Say, let me go to my notepad file. Okay, say I have a number called as 134, and reverse of this number is 431. Right? I have another number called as 568, and the reverse of this number would be 8, 6, and 5. Correct? This is one thing known as reverse. Now, one more thing, if you could try to understand mathematically how entire number is formed. Okay, just a moment. Yeah. This is something important. Mathematically, how the number is calculated from its tens place, units place, hundreds place. Check it out. See, I have a number called as 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay? 3, 2, 4, 1. Take the first digit, that is 3. Multiply it by 10. How much you get? That is equal to 30. Okay? Now in 30, you add the next number. That's 2. So this is how you will get 32 in 3241. Okay? That means number into 10 plus the next digit. Okay? This is a formula, remember. Plus the next digit. Okay? So number into 10 plus the next digit. Hoping you're understanding. Right? So see, this is 32 now. Come on, do 32 into 10. So if I do 32 into 10, that will be 320. Okay, and 320 plus next digit is what? 4. So that becomes 324. Okay, so this is how you got 324 in 3241. Correct? Now how will you add 1 into it at its own place? So 3000 or 324 into 10, that is equal to 3240 plus the next digit will, which will be 1. So the answer will be 3, 2, 4, and 1. Okay, so hopefully this formula is understood. Okay, every digit into 10 plus the next digit, the digit will keep forming, or the number will keep forming. Am I right? Quickly take another number like this. Come on, let's quickly take another number. Let's take this one, 723. So 7 into 10, that means 70. 70 plus 2, it will form the number till 72. But for 72 to become 723, how will it be done? 72 into 10, 720 plus 3. So that becomes 723. All right, fine. Come on. Acknowledge, please. Is this concept clear till here? Okay, fine. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead. I once again go into my uh, clear, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Fine. All right. Now have little patience. Reversing a number in the first attempt takes time. Okay, just remember this formula. I'm clearing the screen, taking a new file. Okay, पहली बार number reverse करने जाओगे आप, it will take time. See how. How actually the number will be reversed, you know. See, suppose again take an example. Say the number is, okay, one more time. Say the number is this way. One minute, my marker is not working. 7436. So, oh my god, OBS reconnected. I'm, yeah, Parth, I'm doing that. I think my studio disconnected. I'm audible, right? Guys, I'm audible, right? Yes. Okay. Quick. Okay, now check it out. This is a very good logic, in fact. Okay, divide the number by 10. Now, what will you get if I could divide the number by 10? I'm little fast here. Say 743. If I do 10 into 743, so that will be 740. Or let me take this way, 3 down, 746. One moment, please. There's some problem here. Okay, sorry, fine. It's working. 7430. And 6 remains. Is it right? 6 remains. Now, we will take this number 6 out. Remember 6 is the remainder. Okay, 6 is the remainder. Fine. Now, next number to be divided by 10 would be quotient of the previous division, that is 743. Right? So this is loop number 1. You see the numbers are getting separated, so 6 came out. Okay. So in the next iteration, what will happen? I will divide 743 by 10 again. Correct. If you divide 743 by 10, so the quotient will be 74. That is 740. What will be the remainder? 3. Okay. So check, this is the remainder who is coming out. So first 6 came out as a remainder, then 3 came out as a remainder. So we are getting the reverse number or the digits of the reverse number one by one. Correct. Now the next number, this was loop number 2, suppose. Again divide by 10. So in each loop we are going to keep dividing the number by 10. Correct. So again we will divide this number by 10. And this time the number to be divided by 10 will be quotient of the previous division. Correct. Quotient from the previous division. How we will do that? Okay, so this is 74 and 74 divided by 10. So 10 sevens are 70. and 4 remains. So this time the remainder is 4. Okay, check how many numbers in a reverse order came out. That is 6, then 3, then the next number who came out, that is 4. You just have to keep dividing by 10. But my question is what, how long? Ye kab tak karna hai? Okay, how long? You should be able to answer now. This was iteration number 3, and now this is going to be iteration number 4. Here 7 will be divided by 10. Correct? So this is 10 inside, 7 as a dividend out inside. Correct? 10 outside, 7 as a dividend inside. So 7 doesn't go in the table of 10. So 10 zeros are 0 and 7 remains. Correct? Apologies for this. I'm having my stylus working slow today. Okay. So this is, and the remainder we got in iteration number 4. Hmm? Now take this number. The first number that we got is 6. Okay. Second number we got is 3. Third number we got is 4. Fourth number we got is 7. Right? How we will make them? But these are the 4 individual numbers. How we will make them complete number, like to read it as 6347? Now we have to apply that formula. Remainder into 10 plus the next number, correct? So 6 into 10, that is 60. 60 plus 3 will become 63. Then 63 into 10, that is 630. And 630 plus 4 will become 634. And then 634 into 10 will be 6340. And 6340 plus 7 will be 6347. All right. How big this logic looks experimentally or mathematically, it is not that tricky when you write in terms of code. Now put this all together in code. Okay. Say this way. Where is my Jupyter? Okay. Say x is equals to int. Let me take input from the user. Enter a number. Okay. Enter a number. Fine. Okay. Say print x. Let me run the code here. Okay. Enter a number. Say I enter the number as 7648. Okay. So the number is printed. Fine. Now let me run the while loop. While this number is not equal to 0. Understood? Because I will keep dividing this number by 10, and I will keep updating x as the quotient of the previous division. Meaning, if you did not understand, look up. Let me take a variable here called as remainder. Remainder is equals to x mod 10. Understood? X mod 10. And let me take here another variable called as reverse. Say reverse is equals to 0. Okay. Every time I get a remainder, what will I do? Remainder is equals to reverse into 10 plus remainder. Okay, give me the dry run till here. Come on. यहाँ तक का मुझे dry run दीजिए. How will it work? Static comma my word file. Give me dry run. Suppose the number x is 7648. Okay. What is x mod 10? That means if I divide this number by 10, what will be the remainder? Because modulus is going to return me the remainder. Okay, so 8 will be the remainder. Correct? 8 will be the remainder. And what will be the reverse so far? Reverse was 0 when the loop started. Correct? So 0 into 10 means 0. 0 plus 8. Reverse will be nothing but 8 only. And in the next loop, what we have to do? We have to change x as x floor division of 10, because we want to take the quotient, right? Remember, we want to take the quotient. Look, if I divide like this, actually 7 At 10 will give me 743.6, correct? But 743.6, no, we just want the floor value of 743.6. So we will do the floor division here, right? So next x is not 7648, but it is only 764, correct? So this was for loop number one, right? And what will happen for loop two? Tell me. Loop two, x was updated from 7648 to 764. When you divide 764 by 10, so remainder will be 4. Is it right? Remainder will be 4. And what will be the reverse now? Previous reverse was 8. So 8 into 10 means 80. We have already written the formula here, na? Check it out. So 8 into 10 means 80 plus remainder. Remainder is 4. So that will become 84, right? And the new x will be the previous x floor division by 10. So actually, if you divide 764 by 10, the answer will be 76.4. But we will take floor value, that is 76, correct? So the next x in loop number 3 has become 76, and which is still not equal to 0. So there will be loop number 3 going on or coming up. So in loop number 3, x will become not 764 but 76. And if you divide 76 by 10, so remainder will be 6. What will be reverse? The previous reverse was 76. I'm sorry, previous reverse was 84. According to formula, 84 into 10, 840 plus this remainder 6. So it will be 846. And new x will be 76 on dividing by 10. But 76, if you divide by 10, answer will be 7.6. And we will take the floor value, which is 7. Right? So now if I go to loop number 4, because x is still not equal to 0, right? X is still 7 and 7 is not equal to 0. So in loop number 4, what will happen? X is 7 in loop number 4. If you divide 7 by 10, remainder will be 0. It's not remainder will not be 0. Remainder will be 7 only. And how much will be the reverse? Previous reverse was 846. 846 into 10, 8460. 8460 plus 7. So this will be 8467. Understood? Right? And the new, let me say, x will be 7 divided by 10. But 7 divided by 10 is 0.7. Come on, 7 divided by 10, that is 0.7. And 0.7's floor value will be 0. This time x became 0. And in loop number 5, x will be 0. Condition will be true. Look, this is what we have written. The condition will be true till x is not equal to 0, right? We have to come out. Right. Fine. So let me write this one more line of code here. X is equals to x floor division 10. And finally, when you come out of this loop, print what you got as reverse. If I say enter a number, what number did we take? 7648. Okay, so 7648 is a number, and the reverse of the number we are getting is 8467. Right? I think one more line of code if we write, if reverse is equals to the original number, that means it is palindrome. Correct? Fine. Let me copy this original number in y. Why did I copy? Because while loop will make x 0 in the last loop iteration. Isn't it? X is the original number, but if you compare reverse with x after the while loop, x has become 0 in the while loop. Na? So better keep x copied in some variable to check it is palindrome or not in the end. Correct? So what do we do that? How do we do that? If reverse is equal to y, we have copied x only in y. Print The number is a palindrome. Inputted number is a palindrome. Else print not a palindrome. Correct? Else print not a palindrome. Let's check it's right or not. So 7648. Sorry, it's not a palindrome. Again run this. Again run. What did I do? Okay. Again run. Okay. Enter a number. Say 1331. 1331. And even if you reverse 1331, you're going to get 1331 only. So the number is a palindrome this time. All right, the number is a palindrome this time. Now acknowledge, is that clear? Come on. In a code, how to write it? Is that clear? How the while statement, or you could have done this even using the for loop. Yes, ma'am, clear. Thank you, Jitesh. Thank you very much. Thank you. What about path clear? Is it right? That was all about the palindrome. What about the prime number, people? How could you check the number is prime or not? Hmm? Before I could teach you a very standard and a very authentic way to find out or to write the code, clean code to find out the number is prime or not. Try to understand the meaning of three keywords which is most often used in loop. One called as one called as break, another called as continue, and third one called as pass. Okay. Now what is a break keyword used for, if you want to forcefully come out of the loop. Okay, say like this: for I in range 1 to 50. So this loop is, or let me write 51. This loop is going to run for 50 times. Okay, but I want to come out after iteration number 25. Okay, assume, or maybe after meeting some condition. Okay, after meeting some condition, I want to come out of this loop. So what will I do? If I is equal to 25, break. Okay, break means what? Come out of the loop. It's an emergency exit. Remember my definition: break is like an emergency exit from the loop. Okay, while I is 25, break, so it will never execute the remaining 25 iterations. Understood? At I at equal to 25, you said give a break. So rest part of the loop will be made to exit, will be made to forcefully terminate. Check whether this works or not. Check it out. How? Okay, let me take another cell here. Okay, say for I in range 1 to 10. Okay, uh, if I if I is equal to 7. Okay, let me say break. Else, that means I'm writing outside if. Print I. Okay, so how will it run? Give me one dry run for that. First value of I will be 1, and 1 is not equal to 7. So if part will be skipped and I will be printed. In the next loop, I will become 2 and 2 is again not equal to 7. So because if's condition is false, if part will be skipped and I will be printed. Similarly, I becomes 3, 3 is not equal to 7. So I will be printed. I becomes 4, 4 is not equal to 7. I become 5, 5 is not equal to 7. I become 6, 6 is also not equal to 7. So if part will be skipped to execute and I will be printed. I become 7 and 7 is equal to 7. Correct? 7 is equal to 7. So this time give a break. Once you give a break, that means you have come out of the loop and this part will be skipped to print. Okay, rest entire of the loop will be aborted. Okay, it will be aborted and it will be skip to be executed. Right? So that means I equal to 7, total 6 iterations took place, right? Say run. So I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Output for I equal to 7, 8, 9, 10 is not here. Is that clear? Fine. Now continue is a way different from break. What continue does, if a condition meet, if a particular condition is true, just skip that particular iteration. No, don't skip the entire loop. Okay, that means if I is equal to 7, just leave that loop if the signal over here is continue. Okay, that means that particular present loop will be, or the present iteration will be terminated, or it will be skipped. But from iteration number 8, 9, 10, it will continue. Or let's say for I in the range of 1 to 10, I don't want to print 7. You got my point? For I in the range of 1 to 10, let me first of all make it 11 here so that it goes till 10. From I in range 1 to 10, I don't want to print 7. So what to do? Use continue. Means skip it. Skip the rest part of the loop. So after continue has been encountered, that current iteration will be aborted and directly control will go to jump to the next iteration. अंडरस्टूड? जो आइट्रेशन चल रहा है उसको छोड़ देना और अगले आइट्रेशन पे जंप करना. दैट इज व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कंटिन्यू. Okay, let's run and check. So see the output: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7 is not printed. 8, 9, and 10. All right. Assume there is a string here called as, or let me keep this program as it is. Let me come here. Okay, there is a string X which is Mississippi. Mississippi. I don't want to print I from this string. That means leave all the I and print the string. So what will I do? For I in X. Okay, remember this is the second way of writing for loop. Ideally, for loops are meant in Python to run over the sequences. Okay, very shortly, most probably from Monday's session, we're going to start with lists, dictionary, tuples, and sets, as well as string. So therein we will study what is the string and all, what are sequences. Right? So for loop पाइथन में इसीलिए यूज होता है कि हम उसको लिस्ट, स्ट्रिंग, सेट, डिक्शनरी पे यूज कर सके. Right? So when you write like this for I in X, the first value of I in X is M. The second value of I in X will be I. So this is how it will iterate in sequence one by one over the string. Alright, for I in X. Same thing. If I is equal to character I, continue. Otherwise, come to for loop to print I. So what will happen? M is printed, but because next value of I was I only, so continue made it to skip that iteration and go to the next iteration where I would become S. Correct? Now S is not equal to I, so it got printed. Another S, it is not equal to I, so it got printed. This I means skip that present iteration. Right? Let's take this as the string. Halla bol. Halla balla. Or let me say balla. Something like that. Okay. If everywhere L comes, I want to skip it. Is it right? Because wherever there is L, we have given the signal or flag of continue. That means skip that particular iteration and go to the next iteration. What if I give break here? If I give break means what? For I as L, that means when the first L will be encountered, you will come entirely outside the for loop only, out. Etc. So there is no scope to go back to the loop again. Break is an emergency exit from the entire remaining part of the loop. All right. Please acknowledge. Is that clear or not? The concept of break and continue. No. Concept of break and continue, guys. Is that clear? Clear. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jitesh. Okay, fine. Anyways, there's one more keyword. There is one more keyword ideally we use, which is called as pass. Okay. Now, pass means what, do nothing. Okay. That means nothing is to be done. At times, it happens that what action should be taken if a condition is true, we don't know in advance. And we want to write the loop also. You understood? Like over here, if I is equal to L, what to be done in that case? I can keep just if statement blank. Understood? For example, in advance, we don't know what is to be done, and we want to use also, and according to it, this will be a syntax error. Check. Am I right? You started the block, but this is an unexpected end or beginning of the block. Where is the block of if statement written here? No. And you try to understand my problem also. What to be done? What action should be taken in this case? We don't know. Right? So what do? We write pass. So the block can also continue to remain. And pass means do nothing. Continue. Go ahead as it is. Right? So the I will be printed. Correct? Pass. Do nothing means like continue. It will not even terminate the present or current iteration. Understood? It will not skip the current iteration. Do nothing. Just keep going ahead. Okay. So check what happens here if I say run. Okay. So Halla ball entirely is printed. Nothing has been skipped. Correct? Nothing has been skipped. What about the upper part here? For I in range 1 to 11, if I write instead of continue, pass. Remember the previous output. In the previous output, 7 was not printed. But now if I write pass, okay, so 1 to 10 with 7 is printed here. Correct? Remember this keyword is going to come very handy in the future use, because at times we have to define something but we don't have the code ready with us, or action to be taken ready with us, but still what we want the skeleton of the code to be kept coded. So in that case, the safest option is type the code skeleton, begin the block, and inside the block just write pass. Okay, we ourselves don't know what exactly is the code to be solution present there. Might be at some real time the solution will come into existence. That time we will replace pass with the answer. All right, fine. So break, that will make you come out of the entirely remaining part of the loop. Continue, that will make you to skip only the present iteration. Pass, it will do nothing and still make the statement exist. All right, fine. Is that clear? Okay, fine. What about the logic of prime number? Come on, tell me that. How to check whether a number is prime or not? Let me roughly write the code here. So let me accept a number from the user. X is equal to int input, enter a number. Okay, print X. Check. So 7, and I say print X. X is 7. All right. Now, what is a test of divisibility? Okay, what is a test of divisibility? Look, this is a very worthy program to understand for loop. Check it out. Say, there is a number called as, let's take 7 only first of all. Okay, number is prime if it is divisible only by itself. Right? So if you check 4, start dividing 4 from 2. Don't divide by 1, huh? Don't divide by 1, because 4 divided by 2, so it is divisible. Correct? 3, no, it is not divisible. Am I right? But why to check for 3? If it is already divisible by 2, there is no need to check the other test of divisibility. Correct? Take the number that is 9. Take the number 9. Start dividing 9 from 2. Why don't 1? Every number is divisible by 1. Correct? So this makes no sense. Okay, 9 divided by 2, not divisible. So loop will increment by 1 and it will become 3. 9 divided by 3, yes, 9 is divisible by 3. All right. And suppose if it is not divisible by 3, not divisible by 4, how long you have to keep checking? Till one number less than it. That is till 8. Is it right? But if it was found to be divisible in between, so we have to give a break and come out here. Am I right? 9 is divisible by 3. Then why to go and check whether it is divisible by 4 or not, 5 or not, 6 or not? Because even if it is divisible by any other number than itself, it is not prime. Is it right? It is not prime. Fine. Take another example. Let's take the number is 15. Okay, 15. So we start dividing 15 from 2. 15 is not divisible by 2. Then divide 15 by 3. Yes, 15 is divisible by 3. Then what sense does it make to check whether 15 is divisible by 4 or 15 is divisible by 5? Am I right? Or 15 is divisible by 6 or 15 is divisible by 7? Once it was found to be divisible in between by some other number, that means give a break and come out of the loop and say it is not prime. Correct. Fine. So how will we go about it? Okay. Let me take a number here or a variable directly. Okay. Say for I in range. This could be done using while loop also. Let me write for loop first. For I in range, we'll start dividing the number by from 2. And if the number is 7, so let me write x. By writing 7, it will automatically go till 6 only, one less. Less than 7, right? So if the number is 9, for loop will run till 8. Correct? If the number is 10, for loop will run till 9. So starting from 2 to x. If x modulus of I, x is a number inputted by the user. Alright, I is a divisor that we are generating in the for loop, right? So if x on dividing by I is equal to 0, what to do? Give a break and come out of the loop. Alright. Now how we will come to know when the break was given, whether break was given also or not. So let's take one variable here. Let's take the name of the variable is flag. Flag is 0. Understood? The moment instead of flag you could have taken any name like A or B or C, kuch bhi chalega. Okay. The moment number is found to be divisible by any other number in the range, just change that flag to 1 and give a break and come out. You understood? Like 5 people. 5. 5 is divisible by 2? No. 5 is divisible by 3? No. 5 is divisible by 4? No. So flag will never become 1 because 5 was not divisible by either of the number in the range. Same is true with 7 also. 7 is not divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 से लेकर 6 तक सबको 7 से डिवाइड करके देख लिया, वो किसी से भी डिवाइड ना हो सका, तो फ्लैग लूप से बाहर आने पर भी 0 ही रहेगा. बट इफ द नंबर इज 9, I try to divide 9 by 2. No. I try to divide 9 by 3, but 9 was found to be divisible by 3. So flag will change to 1 and we immediately give a break and come out. Why? To check the rest part of the loop. And outside the loop, outside the for loop, you check. Okay. If flag is equal to 1, that means in the for loop where the flag ever became 1, if it became 1, so print the number is not prime. Why if it would have become 1? Tell me why it flag would have become 1. Maybe because x was found to be divisible by some number in the range. Am I right? Only because x would have been found to be divisible by some other number in the range. So x flag would become 1. correct, and it never became one. Else means flag never became one. That means the number was found to be not divisible by any other number in the range. Correct. So in that case, print the number is prime. Am I right? The number is prime. Okay. Let's check whether this entire code works also or not. Fine. So let me run. Enter the number. Say the number is 13. And yes, it is prime. Let me run the code again. Please, one more time. I run the code again. Say the number is 90. Yep, 90 is not prime. Correct? 90 is not prime. So basically, we will start dividing 90 from 2 till 89. Because why not till 90? 90 is obviously divisible by 90. Right? But it was found to be divisible by 2 itself. Then why to check by 3? Why to check by 4? Give a break and come out. So flag will become 1. And if it is 1, it will display, sorry, the number is not prime. Now understood the practical application of break. Is that clear? The application of break now, is it clear? Come on, my friends who are present here. Sure, would be glad if you could answer me back. Yes, ma'am, clear. All right, fine. All right. So that's all for today. Let's quickly summarize exactly what we studied. We learned the other type of loop, that's a while loop. The syntax of while loop: while condition is true and the block. Remember, initialization for while loop is always done before the loop start, and incrementation decrementation in while loop is always done inside the loop. Correct. Based on for loops and while loop, we and also wrote some program like palindrome. We also wrote some program like let me say this one, prime numbers. We also understood three most important concept while writing loop, that is break, continue, and the pass. All right. I didn't get time to prepare the assignment question for today, since you will be having 2 days break coming up. So make sure that you are doing some self practice question. Hundreds of stuffs are available on internet. Try to do them from my side. Okay, from our side you can take this question to practice. Write a Python program to generate Fibonacci series. Okay, Fibonacci series. Now what is this Fibonacci series? It has two fixed number to start: 0, 1. Now from the third number onwards, we have to keep summing the previous two. That is 0 plus 1, 1. Who are the previous two now? 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. Okay, this way. Take this one question and take second question as find out, write a program to find out second even number in the Fibonacci series. Okay, now who is the second even number? Check. 0 is not even. It is not even odd also. 1 is not even. Again 1 not even. 2 is the even number. But that is the first even number. Right? After 2, not 3, not 5. 8 is the second even number. Correct? So it could be third even number, fourth even number, fifth even number. That way. Right? So find out the second program to find out the second even number in the Fibonacci series. Right? Expecting from your end that you would keep these two programs logic built from your side. Shall see you back on Monday with lots of new things to come up. And from Monday, we will have raised our standard a little higher, because that would be almost advanced Python starting. Okay, 40 days schedule. I think I have posted on many groups. Very shortly, I'm going to put up here in the description box as well. All right, fine. We have list coming up, object oriented programming coming up, pandas coming up, numpy coming up, analytics coming up before SQL could start. All right, fine. Anyways, happy weekend. See you all back on Monday. Keep learning, keep coding, keep studying. Okay, bye. Take care. Thank you. Okay, guys, please like the videos if you could really benefit out of it. And ask your other friends also to subscribe to our channel. Aim is to reach out with coding to maximum of the people who aspire to learn data science, AI, and ML. All right. So please like our videos in case if you're getting benefiting out of it. We would be grateful for that. Goodbye, please.